Hey everyone, welcome back again. And I'm honestly not sure what I'm going to do at this point, quest-wise, but I figured I would explain one kind of cool thing that a lot of people are confused about on here. Well, some people have figured it out on their own, but a lot haven't. Anyways, if you noticed, say, when you're in an area, and this usually, well, 99.999% of the time happens with groups. So, say you're in the area and you hit the monster's head or something like that, and you get that gut feeling that hit should have been a KO or a flinch or a break or whatever this case might be, or a paralyze or whatever. You just get that feeling it should have done it, and it doesn't even do a darn thing. If you're wondering why, it's because, well, duh, lag. We all know game lag sucks, but if you actually get down to the basics of it, I've learned this from almost 2 years of modding now, but there's a trick to stop it. I'll explain this in more depth in a minute, but you have to be in the area first, and it doesn't lag. Pretty stupid, right? Sure, simple, easy, but the way stuff works, say, here's just some examples of how to also become area host other than actually getting in the room first. Say you're playing the Jagea quest where the two Joes spawn like 5 minutes in or something, and you're actually not the quest host. Say you're like player 2 or something. In order to become area host, or the first in the room, you would, I just lost my train of thought, but you'd have to make the person who is actually first in leave. So player 1. You can think of it as like a Tetris sort of like ordeal. Like, player 4 would be the last on the list, and player 1 would be first. So if all the players are in the room at the same time, then player 1 is area host. If player 1 leaves or dies or whatever, player 2 becomes area host. If they leave, player 3, etc., etc. So, it's kind of strange, but anyways, I think Scarface just said he's getting on, so I'll explain some more of that crap later. Well, maybe not. I'll check in a few minutes, but anywho, I'll finish explaining this lag thing, and then maybe I'll finish this video up later, but I'll try to think of some more examples here. Okay, say you're doing Rathian. You know how you always run to Area 8 as fast as you can go in the Rathian Deserted Island quest, and she always winds up flying off before you can get there, although you do catch her shadow if you're fast enough. Like, about 80% of the time she'll go to Area 5. Although, you would think, even if you're not quest host and the quest host is waiting in Area 5, and she gets there when you're both already there, he would be the area host. For some weird reason, doesn't work this way. I know, it probably sounds like gibberish at this point, but if you understand it, just keep listening. But say you'd kind of trace the path, follow her to 8, then jump on down to Area 5. You've been in the room with Rathian first, so somehow or another you're area host. I don't know perfectly how this works yet, but I intend to find out. So, one of these days. But as far as being area host goes, if you leave the room then come back in, you lose your place. Then the next person in line, say if you're player 1, player 2 would take your place. It sounds like a bunch of bullcrap, but it's really useful to memorize if you know the whole ordeal. So just remember, try to get in the room to be the first player in the room if you want to make sure your hammer hits are accurate and you want to actually do damage with them and not, screw up all the time. But if you can't actually pull this off, my strategy is play exactly a half second ahead of the monster, so just kind of try to guess where it's going to be, and then even if your hit doesn't look like it hit, it probably did on the quest host screen. And what happens on the quest host screen is what the game interprets, so it's hard to explain, but just try to mess around with some of the hints I've dropped. Anyway, I'll probably be continuing this video later. I'm going to go search for Scarface. Anyway, toodles.